My name is Roxanne Pauldad, and for my product and price analysis presentation, I worked with Carbon Tigers, which is also a band that I'm currently managing here in Chicago. Carbon Tigers was formed in late 2009. The current lineup consists of Chris Winkie on keys and vox, Nick Cadone on guitar, Matt Israri on guitar, Aaron Sweat on bass, and Jeff Simonelli on drums. This current lineup began this past summer in 2010. They've together have played many venues around Chicago, such as the Metro, Shuba's Bottom Lounge, Elbow Room, B Kitchen, Sub T. They've opened for many bands like Nether Friends and Cool Kids, as well as Kilimanjaro, which is all the members of As Tall as Lions, minus the singer. And so they've been getting around the Chicago music scene and becoming well known. They've also won the College Battle of the Bands last year for the Midwest region, and they advanced to the New York, which was their final. And they did not win. They did play second, however, but did not win that. But they are the winners of the Midwest region. And they were also third place in Columbia College's Biggest Mouth, which is a huge event that brings out over 15 to 20 talent, and they perform, and the winner's chosen by audience. This past summer, after practicing and everything, they decided to record and release a EP. So that is in the works right now. It's being mixed and mastered by Ed Brooks and Mike Watts. And so that should be out by December for their CD release party. Carbon Tiger's genre is indie rock mixed with experimental and alternative, kind of like bands like Minus the Bear and As Tall as Lions and Silver Sun Pickups. It has that indie rock sound, but it also has lyrics and bass lines of alternative, so it could sway either way. And like I said, they sound like even locals, Maps and Atlases, and the Appleseed cast. So very indie. Our targeted demographic is 18 to 34 years old. They are mostly college students, undergrad and grad students who come out to the shows. They're your go to the bar type people who like to go out and have a good time. It's small groups, so it's not like stadium status, like moshing and rocking out kind of demographic. It's more of the music enthusiasts, the creative, free spirited people, the ones who are just there to have a good time and enjoy great music and have a few drinks here and there. The uniqueness about Carbon Tigers is that the use of their instruments, they take it to the next level. They experiment with the sound, the vibe. They don't just strum a guitar, they strum a guitar, basically. Their stage presence and performance is something that it's crazy in a sense that it's not just them sitting down or standing up and like playing music and just playing to play, but they get into their music. They are in one with their instrument. They are the music, basically. And their sound, it doesn't sound like anything out there currently in the Chicago area. Because it's a mix between a lot of things, and usually people here are taking music in one direction or another. So the uniqueness is something that everyone can enjoy when they hear it, but you don't have that kind of like distinct, like, these are the only people that we play for. So, which is really cool. They are recording, as I said before, a album, or they have recorded, I'm sorry. It's called The Burrows. It's an EP that was produced by Neil Strauss, mixed by Mike Watts, and mastered by Ed Brooks, some of the big names in indie rock music. The EP contains 4 songs: Science, Silly Elephant, The Rat and the Rabbit, To Carve Our Shapes, and Everything Along the Way. It's a mixture of amazing music. Every song is a little different from one another, and it shows individuality. So here's the SWOT analysis. So for strengths, they're go-getter guys. They work hard. They get everything that they're trying to get. They have great songwriting skills. If you listen to the lyrics really closely, Chris is a wonderful songwriter. So he has his emotions are basically the words of every song, and it's just amazing and mind blowing. They play every opportunity that they are given, whether it's a small bar for 20 people to a big venue for 200, 300 plus. They are willing to go out there and play anything and everything that they can, just to get their name out there. And they're extremely talented. Each player plays multiple instruments. They're all well trained in music. Most of them are studying music in some sort of form, whether it's instrumental or the business aspect or the sound. Very, very well rounded in music. Some of the weaknesses are the state of the economy can hurt them because it'll hurt CD and merch sales because people don't have money to pay for that, especially when they've paid to come to see them. So that's one thing. They only have one recorded EP, and so that only means they only have a few songs, so they need to start making more songs. They're working with an extremely small budget, pretty much nothing. So it's really hard to fund certain things, and that can also hurt. And time. They're all in school right now. 3 out of 5 are graduating this year, so that's kind of going to put a toll on getting out there. But on the bright side, opportunity, they are young and talented, so they can go out there. They have great networking skills, been networking with all sorts of aspects of the arts, whether it is a producer to a manager to a publicist, so on and so forth. They're using their networks to help them succeed. And also technology today is also a great way for them to get their name out because they are using social networking to their advantage, and they are doing everything and anything they can to get the name Carbon Tigers to listeners. Some threats. There are bands in this genre that are more successful right now. There are big named bands out there, like I said, minus the Bears, Silverstone Pickups, As Tall as Lions, and so that's a little bit of a threat. The Chicago scene is a highly saturated music market. That means everyone and anyone wants to become a musician in this city, so it kind of makes it really tough to get the music out there. And then the state of the economy, once again, is a threat. So pricing strategies for their merchandise that we sell at shows and EPs and future shows that we will be getting all this out to consists of t-shirts being $10. Currently, they have 2 t-shirts that sell well at $10 a piece. Once their EP is out, we're going to be selling them for $5. The strategy behind that is it's 99 cents on iTunes per song. They got 5-song EP. We're saving them $1 basically because it'll be $5.99 if they $5.89 if they were to sell it single by single. So $5 seems to be reasonable since it's $1 a song. Other merch that we are going to have are pins and show posters that can range anywhere from $1 and down, depending on the situation of the show, depending on how much material we have and things like that. And pins and posters are something that people like to have and walk away with. So it's a great way for people to just take a little piece of the show with them for such a low price. Since the cost of making the posters and pins isn't as high, so we are making a profit by placing it at $1, just because the bulk of poster purchases that we do on a normal basis is $15. 15 posters for $7.50, and we sell them all, so we're making a really great profit for $1. And then in the future, we're going to be designing actual posters that the band can sell at a much higher price, anywhere from 5 to 10, depending on the size and how elaborate it is. And usually, a lot of bands have those. Whether we decide to do posters with pictures or posters with artwork or something that the band does decide in the future, at shows, usually they range from 5 to 10. So we thought it would be a good idea for us to as well price it from 5 to 10. So the conclusion is that promotion is the key to get the product out to the listener. We do heavy promotion via the internet, street teaming, anything and everything you can imagine, as well as having a plan and keeping everything organized. And with my help, these guys are fully organized, know when to attack what, when to do what, and all of their products are accounted for after every show, and everything is put into a spreadsheet, and checks are balanced basically. And we decided to go with a much reasonable pricing plan for our merchandise, just because it will not only help us make a profit, but it will also help the consumer and the listener who's buying our product to benefit from it. And knowing that money is tough right now with everyone, that'll allow them to be able to help us, as well as us, giving a little something to them. So we've priced everything to better benefit both parties. So basically, that's my presentation on Carbon Tigers' product and pricing analysis. Yeah, that's all I have. All right, cool. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye. Oh, and I forgot. Hard work plus a good plan equals success. That's a good note to keep too, as well.